Welcome to Not Fixing Our Problems show.
The show where we
First episode
talk
is
about
over.
our problems, but we don't do anything about it.
Why am I so fucked up? I have I have Tourette syndrome.
Baby, I feel like you didn't read the questions.
I did read the questions. I was honest.
Put it on.
I have like weird things
Did
that
you
I
send
don't
it in the
like,
group?
and I wrote that. What are we gonna talk about? Our recent.
Can I see your answers? Oh yeah, I can. So Daisy's answer is, the authors starts many projects but rarely completes, has a reputation for interrupting others or blurting out. What is that?
Don't I do that? Like if somebody's talking and I just like say what I'm thinking and it's rude.
Do you do that?
I feel like I do that and I feel bad all the time.
You don't.
Like I assert my thoughts.
You do that like way less than the rest of the world.
It's very literal, doesn't really get idiom, sarcasm or jokes.
I feel that way. I do. I feel like sometimes I don't know if they're joking or not. I feel like I'm like, that's why I thought I was autistic, because I was like, I don't get it sometimes.
Doesn't seek out or actively avoid social situations.
That's true. We can all agree on that one. Why did it say I have Tourette syndrome? Is persistently prickly or irritable. Can be spiteful and vindictive, especially when they feel they've been wronged, and I'm working on that. Blames others for mistakes, is often very defensive, also working on that, but yeah, that's my defense mechanism. Is extremely argumentative, loses temper, working on all of those things, and I'm doing a good job. Is very literal and doesn't really get idioms, sarcasm, or jokes.
Buydu komik olan. Dalga mı geçiyorsun, ciddi misin anlamıyor.
I do feel that way. I feel like sometimes somebody says
yavaş
something
çalışıyorsun.
and then they start laughing and I don't realize, and then I laugh. I'm like, haha, and I don't get it. I do that. In English too. In Türkçe daha çok yapıyorum ama İngilizce de öyle.
Do you realize that when a car just drives really fast and then stops suddenly?
Yeah. Why? Is that a sign of autism?
He's being sarcastic.
I did sarcasm.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it, see? Often misinterprets or even fails to notice facial expressions or body language. I feel like that's a mixed bag. Looks at the wall or other person's shoes instead of making eye contact. We practiced this, remember?
Where?
We practiced eye contact so I can do it more.
Where? At home?
On the vapur.
We looked in the eyes?
Remember I was like, can you tell I'm looking in your eye right now?
Oh.
Which eye am I looking in?
Abi ayakkabılarına mı bakıyorsun insanlar normalde?
Not to the, but like to like here. Okay, this is what I think. I think it's great that everyone is getting diagnosed with things because maybe they felt very alone before. They're like, why am I like this? And they're finding community like this. But I also think it's problematic because I think that people get a diagnosis and they think, okay, I'm just like this. And they don't realize they have agency to change or grow from it. And when you view these things as a trauma response and not as a disease, it gives you agency to grow and heal from your trauma.
Interesting.
So that's what happened to me. I was diagnosed with ADHD and bipolar, but
So
when
you healed.
I healed a lot. Yeah. Like I don't
You still can't stand when I chew a gum next to you.
You should have seen me 10, 15 years ago.
I did see you 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
well, good thing we weren't married then, and I only saw you once a year while we were traveling,
You
and I
did-
was drunk the whole time.
I bet I chewed gum next to you and that did not. I mean,
I was drunk the whole time.
you were an asshole.
I was more of an asshole back then than I am now. I was nicer to you because I loved you, but you irritated me so much.
Why?
I didn't like.
Were you jealous of me?
No, I think I felt so close to you, and so it was easy for
So
me.
you were like, oh, he was not gonna go away.
There was no thought like that. No, but it was just I felt comfortable with you, and I saw Barbara way less.
Okay, what was your problem then? What is your problem now?
I'm perfect now. I don't know. Mi no comprendo. Ben anlamadım. um,
Is life hard?
life is hard. You know that better than anyone. You're always like crying and crying.
She didn't get the sarcasm again.
See, I am autistic.
So wait, what is your problem back then, and what is your? I think I asked that question that
Yeah.
my mom called.
Yeah.
What was your problem back then? What is your problem now? In case that's not recorded, let me ask because you burped. What was your problem then? What is the problem now?
My problem back then, I think I was just unaware of my complexes and the extent of the trauma that I had experienced, that everyone experiences actually.
No. I'm not talking about like what was the reason. I'm saying what was wrong with you.
Like, oh, what was my, like, why, what was I living and experiencing?
Yeah. How were you? Like, what were you?
Well, yeah.
Like, were you like insane? Were you mean? Were you unhappy? Were you?
All of them. And I was like fucked up most of the time too. I was like self-medicating a lot.
Oh, you were high.
All the time since I was like 11 years old.
Because
Life was so painful that I didn't know how to cope without anything.
is it not painful now?
It is, but I've learned to cope with things. I've learned, and I've healed a lot. I'm not healed, but I have healed a lot, and I've learned to cope and
Maybe you
handle.
just grew up.
I think there's a lot of people that get older but do not grow up, and I think I'm still growing up, but I'm becoming an adult slowly because of the book. I think helped me a lot actually.
Which book?
The complex
Quran?
trauma.
Just kidding.
The
Which
Quran.
one? Huh?
Allah beni kurtardı.
Or Bible maybe, I don't know. Wait, did you ever read Quran?
I read parts of it.
Say something from it.
From the Quran. Bismillah.
Hatmetmiş. Tüm Kur'an'ı bitirmişsin. Tebrik ederim. Seni imam yapalım.
Olur.
Hangi kitap diyorsun? Kompleks PTSD mi? Bir kitap mı seni iyileştirdi yani?
It's a big one. I read a lot of books that helped, but I think this book is really amazing, and I think everyone should read it.
When did you read it?
Last year. I still didn't finish it, but I did like most of. Yeah, in Turkish.
So until last year you were not healed?
I'm not healed still.
Oh, you were not
I
healed.
heal a little bit more every day.
Okay. What is your problem now then?
My problem now.
What's the matter with you?
Well, first, can I tell you what the book is about? I think it's more important.
Okay.
So the book is
But
about.
no, what is wrong with you is also important because then we'll come to me.
Okay, maybe the book will come in handy then.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to go with the book first or then?
Okay, we can circle back to the book.
Okay. So what is wrong with you now?
What is wrong with me now? What I'm working on now is not being so codependent, whether it's with you or with.
No. I'm not. It's like what is wrong with you? Like being codependent is wrong? Like.
Oh, you want me to say the same thing but make it sound worse?
No, I'm just saying.
I said I'm healing from being codependent. I'm learning. He wants me to say I am codependent. I am broken.
Okay, you said you were unhappy. You were depressed. You were doing drugs and everything. Then. What is it now?
Now I mean, all of the things that drove me to be depressed and do drugs and stuff, it's the same problem. The root is still there.
Okay.
I just don't have as big of a reaction.
Okay, what is the outcome now? What is the reaction now?
It's the same thing. Big feelings.
Unhappy?
Overwhelmed. Can't process my feelings. Big emotions. Catastrophizing. Yeah, extreme feelings.
I don't.
You think it's the end of the world. You think things
Like, are you
I'm
mean?
gonna die.
Are you unhappy? Are you how do you, like? Oh,
How does it make me react?
Yeah.
I get I react. Somebody says something, I project onto them, and then I react to them. I react to something they say because I make it much bigger in my head. Or even like smoking or shopping or anything, you need to relieve something inside of you. Yeah, I'm journaling now. It's easier to say, like, everything I used to do is the same. It's just a little bit more, like, little bit less. It's a little bit more controlled, a little bit more awareness. A little bit more balance. But I still aynı tepkiler veriyorum ama o kadar büyük değil. Yani eskisinden birkaç gündür uyuyamadım, uyuşturucu falan yapıyordum.
You know why you're like this.
Aynen. Şimdi bir tepki veriyorum. I need to process this. I need to journal. I need to cry. I need to punch something.
So kendini uyuşturmuyorsun artık yani. Ama mesela senin ekstra fazla antrenman yapman. Was that some sort of...
This was also a reaction. I was doing crazy sports all day, every day, just running, boxing, just so I can numb myself.
So you don't feel it.
Yeah.
So what was wrong with me? And then what is wrong with me now?
We don't have enough time to talk about what's wrong with you.
What do you mean?
Where do I start?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
Maybe you cannot hold your anger.
Yeah. You get angry very easily, and you have perfectionism. You want to hurt somebody. And you have perfectionist attitude. You're so mean to yourself, and then you're mean to everyone else because you're mean to yourself. And you hold yourself to a perfect standard, and then you hate yourself when you don't reach it, which you will never reach it. And then you hate everyone else because they're not reaching this perfect standard either.
Okay. I completely agree with that. But what am I gonna do about it?
Okay, let me tell you.
Like, the Vipassana time felt good, right? Because
Yeah.
my mind, I kind of knew the way my mind was functioning. But you lose touch with that awareness too.
Okay, so this is what I'm learning from therapy. The reason, right? We live in a society that tells us we need to be perfect, that we are not valuable unless we succeed.
And you need to compete.
And you need to compete.
You need to win.
And yeah, and you need to have
You need to
money, you need to
succeed,
win,
you
you
need
need
to
to be the best.
Body,
Yeah, it tells you all of these things,
hair,
right?
beard, and everything.
Yeah,
Wallet.
yeah. And when we as a society have the wound of perfection. We all feel it's hyper masculine. It's the toxic traits of masculine. There are very positive traits of masculinity that we all also have and we all have access to, but right now the culture is celebrating toxic masculine traits, and I'm not using it in the term that a lot of people do, toxic masculinity. A lot of people say like, oh, all men are toxic masculine. It's not like
It's
that.
not only men anyway.
It's not just men. Women also have this toxic masculine
Give me an
trait.
example.
Men and women feeling like that they need to be the most famous. They need to be famous, or they need to have 1 million followers, or they need to be the highest up in the highest promotion, or they need to be the CEO. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but if you fail and you have no worth other than those things, that is a problem. If you're trying to be the next CEO of a company you work at and you fail and you tied your whole worth to this identity, this is a problem.
I think there's this guy who's also making videos on the internet. He wrote a book saying that like everything we are being taught is a lie. You will fail, kind of thing.
You will fail.
Yeah. So I mean, like the way he represents it is, I'm like kind of like, okay, this is kind of very pessimistic, but he's like kind of saying at the end like you can want stuff, but at the beginning say that I will fail. So you kind of like no expectations.
I'm trying to figure this out now, because before it was always like, believe in yourself, believe you can do anything. And that's kind of like what my parents told me, is like, believe you can do anything.
It's kind of scary though. Like,
but when you attach your whole identity to this of like, I can be the best, I can be the most,
Yeah,
I'm gonna do big things, then you actually limit your potential. If you say, I will do the best that I can and I will try to do this, but I have worth despite that, despite my achievements, I think you can go farther in life in terms of achievements.
Repeat the last sentence.
I think that. Damn it, Ojam. I was on a roll.
This is ADHD.
Yeah. I think when we the problem is
Sponsorumuz. Just kidding.
the instructions on the back. I think that when we attach our identity to, I'm going to be the best, I'm going to be a CEO, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, that's where the problem is. You can have a goal, but your worth should exist despite what you achieve.
Now.
Now, everyone, all the time. Like, I am worthy despite if my book does well, or despite if my career is well. I'm still worthy, and I still feel that worth. You can go farther in terms of achievements if you have that attitude, I think.
So we were talking about what my problem was now, right? My perfectionism and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was my problem back then? Like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago when you met me, because I was a completely different person. Was I not?
Yeah, but I didn't see you very often, and pretty much every time we traveled with you, you got in a bad mood, and me and Bavar would be like, I hate traveling with him. Like in Cuba, I think Bavar and I were like, we're never traveling with him again.
And then you did.
And then we always did.
Was that the perfectionist then too, you think? I think that was still
No, I
the
think
case.
you're just like
No, I think the
depressed and sad
perfectionist
you weren't
was-
getting your way about things.
Like everything that I want.
yeah, it doesn't
like, not
happen, and then
happening.
you're upset. Yeah.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah. So it starts with, I think it starts with finding worth outside of like accolades and achievements. You know, like if you didn't have a following, would you still do the things that you do?
I would do different things.
Because when I think of myself, I enjoy the things that I do, even though I'm not
Oh.
successful at it. Even though I don't have a following, I enjoy those things.
I mean, I still don't have it concrete what I want to do. That's why I can't say, like, if I actually create something that people benefit, then I probably like it. Right?
So, but it shouldn't have anything to do with what you achieve or how people react to it, or like, what do you love talking about?
This, I like it.
So like self-help, self-development,
Mental
health,
health,
mind. Okay,
do
so
like
there,
that a lot.
that's something.
I don't know.
No one is. This isn't. You like talking about it even when the camera is off.
Exactly. And also, I like talking to people. Like, I could interview people all the time.
Okay.
But I like the idea of creating a business too.
What do you like about creating a business? Strategizing? You're good at that.
It's kind of stressful though, so I can't.
Because you're attached to the outcome. But if
Right.
the outcome wasn't a thing, what do you like about building a business?
I don't know.
Then maybe you don't like building a business.
Maybe I should try harder and see.
Or maybe you should detach from the outcome and try
Exactly.
and enjoy
that's
the
what I'm saying.
process.
Exactly.
Because remember Bren was saying if you want to be successful, you have to find your innocence. Right now, you're not creating from your innocence. You're creating from like your defensive structure.
I'm creating from my
Asshole.
masculinity, toxic masculinity. No?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah, maybe.
Say it to the camera.
He's creating from his toxic masculine side.
Which side
And
is it?
your positive masculine side would be like structure, discipline, and we all have that.
But I am not that actually. I mean, like on the paper,
On paper
I
you
am,
are, but I know you're not.
but productivity.
and then
wasn't.
you're actually not any of those things, and then you get mad at everyone else when they're not that.
Like what?
Like if somebody smokes, you judge them so hard because they're being undisciplined. But you're actually judging yourself because you are undisciplined
I am disciplined.
on paper. But actually
My mind, no.
your mind is not disciplined. Like we were smoking a lot, but I would say my mind is more disciplined than your mind.
Nah.
I think it is.
No, every morning you are like, oh, I hate life.
Yeah, but when I decide to stop smoking and we're both not smoking, my mind is more disciplined.
Good.
But I don't judge you for it.
Congratulations.
I don't judge you for it. But when my mind, when I'm having a bad day, you judge me hard for it. When you're having a bad day, I don't judge you for it.
That's, I think, correct. And I think I judge them too.
Yeah, you judge everyone. Yeah.
Why? Is that also because of masculine?
Yeah.
Expectations?
The society says, the culture says that perfection.
Like, does that mean that I judge Aisu not like, I don't know.
Because she's not perfect, and
Perfect.
she's not the perfect values that the society, the culture values. She's not disciplined. She's not logical. She's not stoic. But she also has immense depth.
What is stoic again?
Like, I don't feel anything. I don't know how to say in Turkish. No, you try to act like you are, but you're not. Real stoicism is actually a strength, but it has to be true stoicism, not like a facade.
Maybe I try to make it like a facade.
Marion Woodman, she talks about how healing the wound of perfection means you have to honor your feminine side, your yin side, which is intuition and embodiments and creativity and expression.
I feel the urge in me to, like, I feel like my masculine structure is like kind of suppressing that because, or not suppressing, but taking too much time over that, and that like creativity, that like flow state almost is suppressed unintentionally even.
You don't give yourself any time to have like childlike expression or fun or yeah. Yeah, you don't practice any compassion either.
Because I need to have kids, and I need to be able to.
I don't
like,
want to have kids with you if this is how you act towards people.
I'll find someone else.
Fine. That's fine with me.
I'll find an egg and just.
Fuck an egg. It doesn't work like that.
I think technology can take care of that.
Okay. Well, if you want to have kids and be the kind of this kind of father, which I know you don't want to be, then be my guest. But I think that you want to be a father that is encouraging and compassionate and kind and lifts them up and doesn't hold them to an impossible perfect standard. That's the kind of father I know that you want to be.
Okay. Is it enough for today?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't touch that. I'm in charge here. Make it closing.
No!
No, no.
I will not concede to the patriarchy.
I'm not patriarchy. Don't say it
No,
like
you're
that.
not the patriarchy. We're all victims of the patriarchy.
Today we talked about, we forgot to talk about my back pain. How this morning I was like, okay, from now on I'm going to be so fit. And I woke up really early and I trained in the morning. And on top of that I did yoga.
That
and I was
back
like,
pain is your perfection.
and
It's,
I
it's
fell
hurting
trying to
you.
do that
You're
and-
injuring yourself.
Instant. And I cannot even walk. It's funny. Every time I take a decision like that, I get in an accident.
You get in your own way. because your whole identity is attached to being this person.
And it's not coming from her.
Yeah, it's not coming from your heart. And so your ego will sabotage you every time and say, no, we're going to stay still and comfortable. Or not even your ego, maybe your soul is saying that.
That means that I should just have fun, play games and drinks and no.
No, but I do think that me having that month where I really just let go and was smoking and stuff, it helped me. And I'm not saying for you to do that, but it did help me to make decisions for myself and to really to know what I want.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I'm just asking a question.
Really? Why? Why do you say it like that?
I'm just asking a question.
What? Tell me, if you tell me honestly why you said it like that, I will honestly answer.
I don't know. I feel like I judge you still.
Yeah, you do judge me for that time, so exactly.
You judge everyone.
So if you already have a judgment of why I did that, then nothing I say will change your mind. So I'm not gonna try.
Every day.
Do what?
Just video.
Yeah, because he's so receptive,
I'm
right?
doing it.
Yeah, she has a lot to say
Baby,
to you.
I am always this receptive.
You're not usually.
I'm always receptive.
At certain points, but most of the time.
The problem is I'm receptive. It's hard to change myself.
What do you mean?
I receive it, I still do the same mistake, or like I'm still the same person. I'm having a hard time. You get it?
Yeah.
You need to have compassion towards
I
that.
do have compassion for you. I cried today to you.
For me?
Because I have so much compassion for you.
I think you're broken.
I think we
You are broken. You are broken.
Well,
but I have
according-
compassion for your brokenness. I wish you had the same compassion for other people.
Well,
too.
according to the test we
Including
did,
yourself.
you are the most broken among all of us.
I'm the most broken and I'm doing the most talking, giving the most advice. Maybe you guys shouldn't listen to me.
Look how she wasn't this broken before she met you.
That's true. If I took this test before I met you, I would have just had
Okay,
Tourette's syndrome.
Talk
and
to the
autism.
camera. Say if I helped you getting healed at all.
Being in a relationship with you has helped heal me, but because of my own healing. Okay, no, I shouldn't say that actually. You did create safe spaces for me to heal, I think. I felt safe with you and it allowed me to heal.
What kind of say?
But like safe to be me, to express, but in the later years you stopped kind of creating that for me, and I had to learn to build my own safe space, but I think that was natural and it needed to happen.
When did I do that?
A year and a half ago.
Why?
My emotions got like really big and you had to like distance yourself.
Okay, so my power, I didn't have enough resources to take care of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I was putting
So it
too much
wasn't
on
my
you.
fault.
I didn't say it was your fault.
Okay.
You fucked up.
But there was a point. There was a point though where I was working on it, but your walls were so tall, and even though I had changed and I was taking responsibility for my feelings and everything, your walls were still up, and I don't think they fully come down, but they're getting better.
Anxiety is my main enemy.
Yeah, you're walking around so anxious. You need to give yourself a break. Enjoy life. Enjoy making a business. Have fun. Make videos because you like them. Talk about things that you want to talk about. Don't.
I'm telling you, we should make videos like this.
Okay, I'm here. I always say yes. I even said yes a couple weeks ago, and you were like, "I'm not making content with you anymore." That's what you said.
Did he say you're triggering me?
Yeah. No, he said, I'm not making content with you anymore because you don't do anything and you're lazy. And
Because
he
you guys
said.
are high all the time.
why
so.
does Bobber say you're triggering him?
No, I told her.
That's what you say to her?
I mean, it's kind of true though.
Yeah,
Why did she trigger you?
I don't know.
She.
Because I don't work perfect as he wants, maybe.
That's why. So you're triggering yourself then.
Understandable, Daisy. He's paying to me, and
Not much.
Why does it trigger you though? It shouldn't trigger you. If she doesn't do the work, you can just say, I don't want to work with you. Why does it evoke a big emotional reaction in you?
That's what I did.
What?
Like an employee doesn't do the job, and you say, Like you fire them, right?
But why does it trigger? Oh yeah, normally when an employee doesn't do their work, the boss isn't like, you're triggering me. I'm at work with you, you're triggering me.
I mean, we were in the same house, and like I expect her to do the thing, but she's just walking around all the time, and I don't want to be like, did you do it? Are you
What do
gonna
you
do
mean
it?
she's walking around all the time?
The last thing you said, what was it? That she was just walking around.
Wait, she's just walking around the house, like going up and down the stairs?
She's like a zombie walking around.
I would agree with that.
What? And she's just walking around? What do you mean?
Yeah, she's like doing nothing.
Hi all the time.
She's
Not
not
even-
walking, she's sitting.
She goes to her bedroom, she comes to the terrace, smokes a cigarette, sits in the living room, looks at her phone, go back to the room, come back to the terrace.
What is she supposed to do? You want her just to stay in the room the whole time and lock her in there?
Zero productivity.
It was pretty much like an NPC in the home.
She's like,
Because I am depressed. I am struggling.
I get it.
She's like an NPC.
Maybe that's why I'm getting triggered, because she's depressed
Yeah.
and I don't want to feel like her.
Yeah, but you are her. You're just the same as her.
Maybe we were not really used to seeing that. Like we were not comfortable with that at home.
No, every time you're triggered by somebody's behavior, every time you're triggered by someone's behavior, it's because you didn't, it's a projection. And you didn't integrate that part of yourself. Aisu doing that does not trigger me. It means nothing to me.
Because you don't pay her.
What?
She doesn't have, you don't have any expectations from her.
Yeah, I don't have any expectations from her.
Is it
But
only
even
about the job?
even when you're not paying her, you're triggered by her.
I'm triggered by everybody, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which every time you're triggered, it's about you.
I know.
It's not about anyone else.
I literally told her that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
you're
like
also giving this to me. This.
No, I said I am getting triggered, not you are triggering me. I'm getting triggered because of that
Okay,
and that.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
anyway, today we talked.
Okay, we talk too much.
I love this concept. I
Yeah.
enjoy.
Didn't we do this last year? But
We
we were
did.
high.
We were high.
It was all supposed to be fun.
Okay, Daisy, say bye.
Bye. I
Namaste.
don't know what to do.
Today we didn't fix any problems.
What's
Maybe-
the name of this podcast? Problems.
Tomorrow we'll keep not fixing problems.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay,
Tomorrow we'll fix it.
No, no, no. The name of the podcast is Not Fixing Problems.
Not fixing our problems.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
Welcome to Not Fixing Our Problems show.
The show where we
First episode
talk
is
about our
over.
problems, but we don't do anything about it.
We just don't talk about it. We don't fix the
we
problem.
don't.
Swipe it under the cup.
Yeah, we just
No, we don't swipe
push it
it.
under the rug.
We have awareness of the problems,
You have
but
awareness
we
of the
don't
problems,
fix
but
it
we
because
don't
it's hard
fix
to fix them, so we don't bother.
Yeah, I'd rather just talk about them.
Yeah, we just talk about it. Anyway.
Anyway,
Okay. Bye.
all right,
Bye.
back
Ciao.
to our problematic life.